Does your dog hide, bark nonstop, or act like he's lost his mind? It might not be a behavior problem, but something much deeper. Desensitization. And no, yelling won't fix it. Desensitization is a failure in your dog's ability to adapt to everyday stimuli. Something they should ignore sets them off. They live in constant high alert mode. And did you know that? Imagine feeling terrified every time the blender turns on. That's what life is like for your dog if they haven't been properly desensitized. Every sound, every movement feels like a threat. 80% of urban dogs live with chronic stress due to constant sensory overload. That stress weakens their immune system, disrupts digestion, and completely alters their behavior. Does your dog tremble, run away, bark for no reason, or always seem tense? Don't ignore it. These are signs their nervous system is maxed out. They're not being bad. They're trying to survive. Like humans, every dog has a unique sensitivity level. What one dog shrugs off might completely overwhelm another. Treating them all the same is a recipe for unintentionally harming your best friend. Many dogs were never trained to cope with the modern world. Others were punished simply for being afraid. The result? A nervous system damaged by uninformed humans. A dog with an overwhelmed nervous system can develop gastritis, stress-related dermatitis, depression, or become aggressive. Yes, untreated fear turns into defense, and defense can turn into attack. We think barking, trembling, or destroying things is defiance. So we respond with yelling or punishment. But the issue isn't behavioral, it's emotional. The dog isn't misbehaving, they're asking for help. The solution isn't magical, it's gradual. Desensitization means exposing your dog to triggering stimuli in a controlled, positive way. Little by little, their brain learns not to overreact. Practical example. Low-volume fireworks sound at home. Treat, playtime, repeat. Gradually increase the volume over time. Never force it. Always reward calm behavior. These are some of the most common sounds that destabilize dogs. Fireworks, thunder, motorcycles, sirens, blenders, and slamming doors. If you can desensitize your dog to these, you're protecting their emotional health. An obedient dog isn't always a balanced dog, but a desensitized dog is a free dog. They live without fear, sleep better, play better, and trust you more.
When you truly understand your dog, you stop fighting their behavior and start healing their inner world. Your patience grows, your empathy deepens, and your bond becomes stronger than ever. This dog was once labeled dangerous. All he needed was to be heard. Today he lives in peace. His transformation didn't come from punishment. It came from understanding, structure, and love. Steps to help your dog through desensitization. 1. Identify the stimulus that causes fear. 2. Record or find a sound clip of it. 3. Play it at a very low volume while your dog is relaxed. 4. Reward. 5. Repeat daily. 6. Gradually increase the volume. 7. Never force the process. 8. Be consistent. If your dog stops trembling, looks to you for guidance, ignores the noise, and stays calm, you're on the right track. The goal isn't to suppress emotion, it's to teach them there's no danger. 60% of pet surrenders are due to behaviors that could have been corrected with empathy and education. Silence, ignorance, and judgment destroy what love could heal. Your dog doesn't understand punishment without context, but they do understand the tone of your voice, your emotions, and most of all, whether you're willing to stand by them through their fear. Be that guide, be that safety.
Did you know this affects your dog in more ways than just barking or shaking? It takes a toll on their physical health. Chronic stress doesn't just make them nervous, it makes them sick. A dog that lives in constant alert releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline nonstop, and over time, that cocktail starts to break them down. Their immune system weakens, making them more prone to illness. Their digestion suffers. Frequent diarrhea, vomiting, loss of appetite. They may lick themselves obsessively out of anxiety, leading to painful skin conditions. And sometimes, They fall into depression. Yes, dogs can get depressed. They stop playing, sleep excessively, withdraw from interaction. It's not misbehavior. It's a body and mind exhausted by fear they don't know how to manage. And it doesn't stop with the dog. It affects everyone around them. Living with a dysregulated dog can be emotionally draining for the whole family. The constant barking, separation anxiety, destruction around the house. These things slowly start to limit your everyday life. Family gatherings get canceled. Plans are put on hold. Even peaceful evenings become stressful. Frustration builds. Guilt sets in. And in some heartbreaking cases, rehoming becomes a conversation. Not because people don't love their dog, but because they don't know what else to do. And all of it stems from misunderstanding fear as disobedience. Other dogs are affected too. A fearful dog may become reactive or aggressive, not out of malice, but out of self-defense. This can cause conflicts at parks, during walks, or even among friends' pets. Slowly, you start avoiding those spaces. The dog becomes more isolated. The fear deepens, and the chance to help them fades further away. But when you choose to support them, everything starts to change. Little by little, the trembling fades. They don't run from the sound. They look to you for guidance. They begin to understand that the world isn't always a threat. And as you watch that transformation, you change too. Peace returns to your home. Walks become enjoyable again. That tight knot of tension starts to loosen. The connection between you grows stronger than ever. Because desensitization isn't just about exposure. It's about teaching them, with patience and love, that they are safe. Healing that fear changes everything. It doesn't just improve their health. It reshapes your entire day-to-day experience. A dog that once lived in panic now sleeps deeply, plays freely, and trusts fully. And you, who once felt overwhelmed, now live in understanding. This isn't just about correcting a behavior. It's about giving your dog a life worth living. A life without fear. A life built on trust. And it all starts with one decision. Don't ignore their fear. Don't punish their reaction. Be there. Listen. Support. And show them, step by step, they are not alone. What if your dog's fear wasn't a flaw, but a message? What if every bark, every tremble, every bad behavior was actually them saying, "I don't feel safe yet"? Most dogs aren't broken. They're overwhelmed. And most people aren't careless. They're uninformed. But now you know more. And when we know better, we do better. Rewatch this video. Share it with someone who loves dogs. Because the more we understand what fear looks like in silence, the more we can speak safety through our actions. Your dog doesn't need perfection. They need your patience, your presence, and your promise. I see you. I'm not leaving you alone in this. That's where healing begins.